Yo, what's good YouTube, Mascot? We back out with another video, man. Today's video, I got you guys with this rare walking bucket build in NBA 2K24. Now this actually is a pretty rare and good build right here. I already did drop the two-way walking bucket build just in case you want to see that. Today I got you guys with the regular walking bucket, which is a pretty solid build like I said. So we're to get straight into it. Obviously this stuff right here is personal preference. And now for position, I'm going to be making this build a point guard. I also made the build at shooting guard and small forward. Those do work. I'm not sure about power forward and center, but I do know small forward and shooting guard work. Like I said, this is going to be a point guard build for me, so I'm going point guard. And for the height, now you could go 6'6". 6'7" is actually the tallest you can make this build, because in order to get this build name, you need at least an 88 ball handle, which of course you cannot do if you are 6'8" and taller. So 6'7" is the maximum. Like I said, if you want to go 6'6", you could. I'm gonna go 6'7". In the weight, I'm gonna go 191 pounds, and wingspan. Now in order to get this build name, your 3-point shot and mid-range shot both have to be at least an 88. So we're going 6'8" wingspan, 6'7", 191, and a 6'8" wingspan. Alright, moving on to the actual build. So I am going to get the physicals out the way first. So I got the speed to an 80. That will give us like silver hyperdrive. And since this build is a point guard, I did max out the acceleration to an 83. I know some people are probably saying, oh, if you guys don't know, 83XL will give us silver speed booster. I know some people are probably saying, oh, you can just go 81 speed for that. You could, but if you're playing point guard, you definitely do want to have a high XL. So I went 83XL. And strength, I put the strength to a 65 because that will give us like gold fearless finisher. We do have a pretty high close shot on this build. And like I said, I don't know if I did say this or not, but this build does have contact dunks. We actually do have an 87 driving dunk, pro contact dunks off of 2, which obviously those require a 75 vertical. And stamina has to be at least a 93 in order to get these silver badges right here. All right, now that the physicals are done, let's get straight into creating this build. So close shot does have to be pretty high in order to get this build name. It has to be at least a 91. So if you go 90 and below, it will change the name of the build. So make sure you at least go 91, because if you don't, it will not give you the build name. 91 is cool. That gives you gold fearless, like I said, giant slayer, spot finder, pro touch. Here's all the badges you get. And driving dunk, I put this to an 87. Like I said, this build actually is going to have contact dunks. 87 driving dunk does unlock pro contact dunks off of 2. Stay tuned if you want to make this build like a shooting guard or a small forward. Stay tuned. Like I said, I will show you guys how to get even more contact dunks if you did want them. And driving layup, I just put it to a 68. That actually gives you 2 badges, silver scooper and float game. Layup doesn't really matter, I don't think. So yeah, I just went bare minimum 68. Alright, now moving on to shooting. Now like I did say, in order to get this build name, your mid-range shot and your 3-point shot have to be at least an 88. So if you don't go 88, you go 87 and below, it will change the name of the build. So make sure 3-ball and mid-range have to be at least an 88. If you want to go higher, you can. They just have to be at least an 88. I put the mid-range to an 89. As you guys see, it does give you gold blinders. If you want to go higher for like Hall of Fame mini magician, definitely could. Here's all the badges you get with that. As you guys see, a lot of good gold badges. Same thing with a 3-pointer, 88 3-ball, gold catch and shoot, Deadeye, limitless range, agent 3s. A lot of good gold shooting badges, as you guys see. And the free throw, just in case you want to use this build in the rec or the pro-am, or even just my career, I gave you guys an 80 free throw. That should definitely be way more than enough. And of course, that does unlock silver free points badge, which is really nice. All right, moving on to playmaking, another very key category in order to get this build name. So pass accuracy actually does matter in order to get this build name. It has to be at least an 80. So if you go 79 and below, it will change the name of the build. So in order to get this build name, walking bucket, make sure you at least go 80 pass accuracy, which is cool. That will give you a lot of good pass styles. And here's all the badges you get. So you get dimer, needle threader, relay passer, special delivery, touch passer, and break starter. And ball handle, again, in order to get this build name, your ball handle does have to be at least an 88. for that Kobe Bryant signature size up. If you go 87 and below, it will change the name of the build. So make sure you at least go 88. If you want to go higher, like I said, if you want to make a 6'6" with 92 ball handle, you definitely could. Or even max out the ball handle to a 91 on the 6'7". That's definitely an option. I'm gonna just go 88, the bare minimum. And speed of ball, you definitely want to go 75. That will give you like Magic Johnson dribble style, the best dribble style in the game, I think, for the taller players. And as you guys see, it gives you all your silver playmaking badges like blow by, speed booster, and triple strike, or actually no, hyperdrive. Pretty nice. Those are the bare minimum. Like I said, if you want to go higher on the ball handle, feel free. Alright, now moving on to the final category on the build, obviously defense. Now as you guys see, we do need really good playmaking, really good shooting, and really good finishing in order to get this build name. So it's a walking bucket, it's not the two-way version. Like I said, I already did drop the two-way walking bucket, so if you want to build with better defense, check that version out. So in order to get this build name, you actually do need a decent perimeter. You actually need an 85 perimeter to be exact. So I went 85 perimeter. As you guys see, that gives you silver clamps, 94 feet, ankle braces, challenger, fast feet, pick dodger, workhorse, and off-ball pest. That's really all I could get out of this build because, like I did say, we do have to invest a lot into shooting and finishing and playmaking, so we don't have a lot of attributes left over for defense. 85 perimeter was the maximum I could get. It actually does have to be an 85, so if you go 84 and below, it will change the name of the build. So it actually does have to be an 85, which is kind of surprising because it's not a two-way build, but it has to be at least an 85. Now, I'm being honest, you actually don't need driving dunk in order to get this build name. So if you want to take it all the way down to a 25 and then maybe get some better defense, that's definitely an option. Other than that, though, you can't really drop anything else. You can't drop pass accuracy, ball handle, shooting. Only thing you could sacrifice is maybe driving dunk, so just keep that in mind. But as you guys can see, here's the build. Really good shooting stats. 88 for both, well actually 89 mid-range. You do have pro contact dunks off of 2, good close shot, good playmaking. Now, like I did say, as you guys know, there is another way to get speed booster. You actually could take your acceleration down to a 73 and just go 81 speed. Now, like I said, I wanted this build to be a point guard, so if you're a point guard, you definitely do want to have the higher acceleration. But say you want to make this build a shooting guard or small forward, not really focused on being the primary ball handler, you definitely could get away with 81 speed and 73 acceleration. And like I said, you can actually get more contact dunks. So now I actually put my driving dunk up to a 90. So 89 driving dunk, that will give you pro contact dunks off of 1. So with 89 driving dunk, you actually will have both the pro driving contact dunks. And then I went 90. As you guys see, it does give you gold precision dunker. That's pretty good if you're good with the dunk meter. If you don't care about that, you could stop at 89 for the contact dunk animations. I went 90, and then you do want to get a 78 vertical for those contact dunks. Boom, that's how you do it. So what I did was I lowered down the acceleration, and then you want to go 88 mid-range. Unfortunately, you will lose gold blinders, and then you do need a 78 vertical for those extra contact dunks. So if you're making this build a shooting guard or small forward and you don't really care about having crazy acceleration, you still will have exactly the same badges. It's just you're not going to have as high of excel pretty much. So if you want to make this build shooting guard or small forward, I would look into this version right here. If you want to be a point guard, like I said, just go 87 driving dunk. You still will have pro contact dunks off of 2. And since you are a point guard, you definitely do want to have the higher acceleration. And then take your layup down to a 68. Put your acceleration to an 83, which will give you silver speed booster as well. Yeah, if you're a point guard, you definitely do want to have the higher excel. This is the build I'm gonna recommend right here. And as you guys can see, this build does have shades of Jamal Murray, Goran Dragic, and Malcolm Brogdon. Like I did say, this build is called a walking bucket. Extremely rare build name right there. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video though. Let me know what you guys think about this build in the comment section below. If you guys have any other builds you guys would like me to make a video on, please let me know down below. I really would appreciate it. Like I said, I did drop the two-way walking bucket. If you want to see that, make sure you guys go look for it. It's the video that does have Kobe Bryant as a thumbnail. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out.